Hello, I'm Gail Ellis and welcome to PEPELT, Picture Books in European Primary English Language Teaching. And the theme for May 2020 is Finding Comfort, and our book of the month is Hug Me, written and illustrated by Simona Ciraolo and published by Flying Eye Books in 2014. I talk about multiliteracies, and Hug Me lends itself really well to developing emotional literacy as we follow the main character, Felipe, a young cactus, through the story and his emotional journey as he searches for comfort in the form of a hug. We can ask children to read Felipe's facial expressions and body language to develop their emotional literacy. So Felipe comes from a family which is cold and distant and very strict, and they do not like any physical contact. And he is taught by part of his family members, and we can see all the different sizes and shapes of the cacti. And Felipe was taught to keep still, encouraged to be looked at, and told that one day he'd reach a high position. But Felipe thought his family worried about all the wrong things, and they didn't notice that all he wanted was a hug. So he hoped that he would be able to find someone else to give him a hug. And here we have a butterfly, but no one ever did. One day, Felipe made a new acquaintance. He was bold, confident, and he was trouble. Lots of opportunities here for prediction. Can the children predict what the new acquaintant is and what the trouble will be? Well, look at Felipe's expressions here of a surprise and wonder. And we turn over the page, and yes, we discover a yellow balloon, and the predictable happens until the day disaster struck. And we have a newspaper here: Cacti House Scandal, Cactus Attack, Balloon in Hospital. Felipe was blamed and made to feel very, very bad. Poor Felipe, and he felt very sorry for the balloon, and here he is crying and looking very, very sad. No one in his family thought of giving him a hug. So he tries to find other families, but he was never welcome. And in the end, he decides that he will live by his own, but on his own. He didn't need anyone else after all. But this is a kind of enforced loneliness, and children can think about the difference about being alone and being lonely. Now, the illustrations are drawn in a minimal color palette. They are pencil type rough sketches which give a lovely texture, and they're full of details when you look more closely at the illustrations. This one, for example, I love. This is Felipe living by himself. We can see his takeaway food. He's playing Sudoku. He's got his video games here and his bunny slippers here, and a touch of humor in a sign: trespassers will be prickled. But we hear another sound. Whoa, very sad sound. During all this time, Felipe felt very lonely, but he didn't know. What he didn't know was someone else was feeling lonely too. Whoa. And here we've got a family of rocks, and look at their stern, strict expressions. And Felipe realized that, here's our sad rock. Felipe knew just what to do, and it has a lovely end illustration here of the two together, finding comfort in each other. And they become the best of friends, and the end papers show this beautiful double spread of all the things that they do together. So children can be asked to plot all the different emotions and feelings that Felipe goes through, the cycle of emotions throughout the story. And it's also about being accepted as who you are. I would also use Hug Me to develop nature literacy, and I would ask children to find out lots of information about cacti, for example. What type of plant are they? What can cactus plants do? How many different types are there? What is their habitat? Which countries do they grow in? What about their colours and type of flowers they have? And how long can they live? What about their different sizes and shapes and so on? So that's it from me. Thank you for watching, and thank you Simona Ciraolo for this lovely picture book, Hug Me. I hope you're all taking care and keeping well, and we look forward to hearing from Tasha and Annetta next. Bye.